But
No problem. On the road, it's been a bit of a struggle for the Blues. What happened last night in a 3-2 loss to the Islanders?
you know what? It's a great question, and it's a growing question. I think it's one that the head coach is probably going to get a little tired of answering, and they're just not playing the same. And I think Ken Hitchcock had it best when they need their best players to play better when they're on the road. There were too many of your top six players that did not have good games last night. Now, you have Robbie Fabry and Jaden Schwartz going really well right now. I don't think it was a bit of a tough night. Tavares had that one goal on Jay Bullmeister, so the defense got around a couple times. But I think it just comes to finding a way to translate that home game on the road. And to do that, your better players need to be better on the road. And that's just because the other team, is bringing what the Blues are bringing when the Blues are at home. And so they haven't matched the other team's intensity yet, and we'll see what happens tonight against the Devils, who got thumped pretty good in Montreal last night.
I was in New York last weekend. The traffic there is as rough as it's ever been, and part of the reason for having a morning skate off yesterday, didn't they?
They did, and listen, I don't put any stock into that. I think it'll be an easy thing to go to, but this team has a whole lot of optionals and stuff. The reality of it is when you're staying over here near Battery Park and it's a 40-minute bus ride without any traffic, really, just normalcy to get over to the rink. It just didn't make any sense. I don't think the morning skate aspect had anything to do with it. I just think in the end, and they were right there in the end until halfway through the third period. So, I just think it's a matter of, do they find a centerman that can go with Vladimir Tarasenko? I mean, I think right now they're searching for that. Yuri Laterra has been back there again a couple games after getting scratched, but it hasn't necessarily worked again. And so how do they find a centerman for him? How do they just get consistency out of their top six away from home is one of the things they'll focus on tonight.
They'll play the Devils tonight. We'll have it for you right here on KMOX. And Chris Kerber will call the action with Kelly Chase. Always a pleasure, my friend.